What's up, creative family? I'm Timothy Stone Dancer Coleman, Director of Education here at BronxNet and your host for Emerging Media Makers. I'm here at BronxNet's Media and Technology Studios in the South Bronx to bring you two more amazing certified access producers who are here with us today to talk about their shows and share a little bit about themselves. Let's start the show.
It's been a long time since the Bronx was burning. Like a phoenix rising from the ashes, the rich stories from our community continue to captivate and entertain audiences from the Bronx and beyond. Welcome to Emerging Media Makers. This show was created to shine a light on the talent and vision of BronxNet's access producers. Emerging Media Makers, your passion lives here.
Welcome back to the show. Thank you so much for joining us today. This is our second episode of Emerging Media Makers Season 2. I'm Timothy Stone Dancer Coleman, Director of Education, and I'm so happy to be here hosting Emerging Media Makers. Our goal is to shine a light on the amazing talents of our certified producers, as well as to introduce you to how easy it is to get your creative ideas in front of the world. By participating in one of our certification classes, you too could become a producer of your own show at one of our 3 BronxNet TV locations. We have studios at Mercy College in Westchester Square, in Carman Hall on the campus of Lehman College, and here at BronxNet's Media and Technology Studios in the South Bronx. We have certification classes in field production and in-studio production that will teach you the basics of TV production, plus a host of other classes that will support you on your journey of content creation. Everyone starts with a free class called Masterclass, How to Unleash Your Ideas. In this class, you'll get an overview of how previously certified community members have gone on to produce their own original programming. We also leave time to hear your questions and help you move on to classes that are best suited for your needs. If you're a person who is hesitant to take that first step into TV production because perhaps you don't want to be in front of a camera as a host, then rest assured there are several positions available that need your support, like audio engineering, set design. Maybe you want to operate a camera or do floor management. There's so much that you can learn. Check out BronxNet.org/education for more information and find out how easy it is to start producing your original idea for the Bronx and beyond. When we come back, we're starting off with an amazing story, an amazing guest, an amazing show. She's got an amazing book. This is going to be so dope. I can't wait for you to come back and meet Arlene. We'll be right back.
I remember when the Bronx did not really have a media outlet properly representing the people of the Bronx.
BronxNet provides for the community by being a community where people can be empowered to share their voices.
We are in a really great place technologically. We've got all the resources that we need to be effective.
Whether it's through cameras, storytelling, editing, we have provided those services for 30 years.
BronxNet's mission is to be a voice for the community.
To educate, to inform, and to inspire.
And you can be a part of it. We've built studios for you.
Welcome back, Bronx. Like my shirt? All right, listen. We are about to meet Arlene. She is an accomplished author, speaker, and life and business coach, known for her #1 international best-selling book on Amazon, 10 Secrets to Overcoming Fear and Getting Unstuck After COVID-19. Now, y'all know you better start reading this book because there's so many people who have not done anything since COVID-19, and they use that as an excuse not to take the first step forward. How about this? I'm gonna let Arlene say it for herself. Let's get on over here for the interview. Hello, Arlene.
Hi, Timothy.
Welcome to the show.
Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you as well. Listen, I'm so glad that you took a minute out of your schedule. I know you're very busy. You have a lot of things going on. I got a chance to watch an episode of your show even just last night.
Wow.
And I really feel like you are what I would define as a community mentor. Right? Someone that people may not know personally, but that they could go to for mentorship, coaching, advice, but you do it in such a loving and organic way. So I just want to hear from you, like, what gave you your idea for this particular show, and what inspires you to keep going?
Well, that's a really great question. Really great question that I would love to just ponder on for a while and like really take 2 weeks to answer, but but you don't have 2 weeks.
We don't have 2 weeks, Mama. We don't have 2 weeks.
Okay, so I really love my community.
Mm-hmm.
And I was groomed by people in the Bronx, mature people who really supported the young people in the community and wanted us to do great things in the world.
Yes.
And really took off all the limits and allowed us to be creative.
Yes.
So I was always a creative, acting and dancing and, no singing though. No singing. But the church community was something that was so much encouraged.
Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes today, some of the young people don't have that support that I grew up with.
Yes.
And so my real goal was to provide that supportive environment where I could share whatever it is that I know and contribute, to their lives in any way that I can.
That's really powerful. It's kind of like the village mentality, right?
Yeah.
Like it takes a village. Like we hear that statement all the time, but I think now for younger people who don't experience that, they don't know how invaluable that was to the development of a lot of us, because I grew up in that kind of situation as well.
Okay.
So you've got your show. It's called Arlene. How many shows are you doing? Are you doing your show like weekly? Is it monthly?
Oh, yes. We're Ask Arlene show every week at 6:30 on Thursdays.
Nice, nice. And so tell me, before the show, right? Are you a Bronx girl? Did you grow up in the Bronx? Do you live in the Bronx?
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
talk to me about that.
Absolutely. I'm a proud Bronx girl. And when I go places outside in the world and I tell people I'm from the Bronx, they usually do a double take, the Bronx. Because historically, the Bronx has had so many different connotations.
That's right.
That when they hear positive words and it's shifting now because so much good and so much positive things have been put out there.
Yes.
But I'm glad that I have the opportunity to share that, I'm from the Bronx, and I like to say I'm Bronx girl to networking queen.
I love it. I love it.
sharing the
Bronx girl to
message.
networking queen. That's dope. That's dope.
yeah,
Well, I
just
mean,
sharing the
it's
message.
always a challenge, right, to reclaim your own story, right? Whether it's being a female, whether it's being African American or from any nationality, really, but definitely even being from the Bronx or living in the Bronx, reclaiming the story means that we are out here sharing different sides of what people are going to discover, right?
Right. Absolutely.
So do you find in your interaction with people outside of the Bronx, do you find that you've piqued their interest enough for them to get to know more about it? Like, are you running into people saying, oh, it's impossible for you to be from there, you couldn't possibly, you know what I'm saying? Like, are you well received? How do you feel like you are received in the community?
Well, I feel like I'm a first-generation Caribbean American, and my community in the northern part of the Bronx is reflective of me. A lot of us are of the culture, And I feel like when I go places, they generally think I'm from somewhere else. Not the Bronx, but now I'm just excited to like reclaim where I'm from, because there's so many positive things that are going on with the Bronx these days that we can talk about. And I do love the vibe. You
That's
know,
right.
We have hip hop came out of the Bronx.
Listen,
we have
and so
like,
much
all of
more.
the wonderful
and
things.
so much more. Well, so in talking about what else came out of the Bronx other than hip hop, your book. You know
My
what I'm
book,
saying? Talk to me
yes,
about
yes,
the
my
book. All right,
book.
what's your book called?
10 Secrets to Overcoming Fear, Getting Unstuck, and Living a More Courageous Life after COVID-19.
All right, and what was the inspiration for this?
I was wanting to write a book for 3 years, and I was finding it difficult, you know, with lifing.
Yes.
But when COVID-19 hit and I was shut down and there was nothing else to do, I started thinking about all the people who could possibly be touched, moved, or inspired, who were sitting at home by themselves because they weren't able to go out. And I said, wow, imagine if I could share something to encourage them and I don't share it. I found out that Miss America 2019, which was a lady of color, brilliant, attorney, on television, financially stable, she jumped off a 60-story building. And
I didn't know that.
It impacted me greatly, because I thought to myself, wow, she looked like she was doing great. She looked like everything was in order. All the boxes were checked, and yet she felt so despairing that I asked the question, was there no one that she could talk to? Was there no message out there that she got from anybody that, you know, it's going to get better, you can get through this?
Yeah.
So when I wrote the book, I really wanted to impact people that maybe did not hear a positive word to say, yes, these are the steps, we can make it through, we can persevere. Be clear about what you want, the good things. So looking at the things that we truly want as opposed to just looking at the things that aren't working well.
That's so powerful,
Yeah.
right? Perception. And you change your focus, right?
Yes.
Intentionally changing your focus is one of the most powerful tools that I think we have.
Yes.
Because it's so much easier, and I say this a lot to people, I could tell someone something positive 100 times, but someone else can say one negative thing to them, and that's what they'll believe. Right?
Yeah.
It's almost like we're programmed to stay on the negative side. So that's why I think your show, coupled with your book, are really two very powerful tools to offer out into the world, because you never know how many lives you're going to change and the legacy that you're actually building. These are people that may not ever get a chance to meet you or reach out to you.
Wow.
So I want to thank you for being courageous pre and post COVID, you know, to put yourself out here. So like, if there's one message that you want to leave for the community, what is something that is in your heart that you would want to say to folks right now?
I thank you, Timothy, for what you said, and I agree with you that you know, we need to focus on the things that we truly want,
Yes.
as opposed to focusing on the things that we don't want. Like today, I had a challenge. It was rainy. I forgot my phone. I was, you know, just not in my normal space. But I could focus on that, or I could focus on being clear. So I think the first step is to be clear about what we truly want in life,
Yes.
where we're truly endeavoring to go in life.
Yes.
So I always talk about how there were 600 million sperm that compete in order for us to be here. And then out of that, 200 million sperm connected with the egg so that we could actually come to fruition. And this one sperm that fertilized the egg is us. So we all had a purpose. We all had a reason for being
yes,
here.
yes.
And if we can find what that purpose is and connect with that, step one, everything else that we do, all the challenges, all the bumps in the road, all the bruises, we'll be able to overcome them, because we know that we're in line with our true calling. We're in line with our true ikigai, our reason for being.
Yes.
So that's what I would want to leave. Just focus. Determine step number one. Clarity.
Yes.
Step number two, visualize yourself doing that great thing. And it's got to be something great, because if it was something simple, you'd already have done it.
Period. Yes.
Right? It's something great and amazing, which is why we're here. And step number three, momentum. Just get started. Even though we don't know all of the details of the journey, get started.
That's the thing. Everybody feels like they have to have it all planned out from beginning to
Right.
end before you take step one. And my
Nobody
father used to
knows.
say, the space where people fail the most is step one, because we get afraid to actually put something in motion. It doesn't have to be a perfect thing
No.
that first time around. You just got to try.
Right.
Oh my gosh. Well, listen, I appreciate you being here.
Thank you
I'm
so much
sorry
for
that our
having me.
time is winding down, but I definitely hope that you all will check out Ask Arlene. Again, it's on Thursdays.
Thursdays at 6:30.
At 6:30.
Ask Arlene show is all my social media. You can find the book there and all of helpful hints and tips.
Beautiful. Please go check out the book. Please check out her show. And if it's not for you, please refer someone that's close to you. You never know how somebody's life might be impacted by one word of kindness, by one paragraph of kindness, of encouragement. I'm Timothy, and I'm so glad that you're with us. We'll be right back after these messages.
Only 57% of New York City high school students are college ready by their senior year. "55% of high school graduates either have no plans to attend college or are uncertain that they will ever attend. "34% of young adults don't go to college because they can't afford it. Discover what's possible. BronxNet's education programs, internships, and opportunities help engage and inspire Bronx youth and beyond to pursue their passions. Be a part of the BronxNet family. Whether you're interested in our shows, joining a class, or donating to support our mission, visit BronxNet.org to learn more.
Welcome back to Emerging Media Makers. I'm standing here in BronxNet's Media and Technology Studios in the South Bronx, and there are so many spaces that have been designed with you in mind. So we want to go ahead with this show and make sure that you see some more of our spaces. Now, up next, we are going to interview a great guy named Aboudoubaki Boukari. Now, Baki is originally from Togo, West Africa, and he's been living here in the Bronx for 17 years. Baki is a true testament of what can be accomplished when you're not afraid to take step one, because he started out as an intern and has worked his way all the way to becoming a certified access producer while also being a facilities coordinator here at BronxNet. So let's get on to the good stuff and interview Baki. So Togo, West Africa, can you give me a little bit of a geography of like what's around that, just so our audience can understand where you're from?
Okay, so again, thank you so much for having me.
My pleasure.
Togo is, they say little country, but I would say my country is big. And then Togo is both from north, Burkina Faso, south from Ocean, east from Benin, and west from Ghana.
It sounds like the sunsets are ridiculous.
Yeah.
All right, and so let's take a moment. Is this a traditional outfit that you would wear back home?
Yes, this is...
Because I would definitely wear it right here in the South Bronx or wherever I am, but like, is this traditional?
No, even here, a lot of people are wearing this, and actually, as a Muslim, we wear this outfit to go to the mosque or Eid or something like that, or the wedding. So, and you can see people from Mali, Senegal, Benin, or Togolese are wearing this outfit. Yeah.
That's super dope. That's super dope. I'm gonna give you, 3 of those in like my size, and I'm good to go.
No problem.
So let's talk a little bit about your show. It's called Awesome Africa.
Yeah.
So what's the premise behind your show? What is it about?
Okay, so this show is about providing a platform to young leaders from Africa living here in the Bronx. First of all, that's the show started with people living here in the Bronx.
Wow.
And then I interview them. They talk about their story, their challenges, as well as their future.
I think that's powerful.
Yeah, that's I started like that. But going on, I went beyond Bronx here.
That's right.
And then when I'm going to Africa for vacation, I interview people over there.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so I bring back the content and share on BronxNet
with the
TV.
world. And part of our mission is the Bronx and beyond,
Yes,
right? So I
yes.
think that's really powerful. Now, I believe that you do a bilingual show,
Yeah.
right? And most of the time people think bilingual, they only think English and Spanish.
Yeah.
But your show is in English and French,
English
right?
and French.
Now, is that the native language of Togo?
No, it's formal language from French, because Togo is a French colonized country.
Okay.
So I learned that in school. Actually, in my country, we have more than 34 languages.
34 languages.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm still having a hard time saying hello and goodbye in one
But at
language.
least
but-
I speak like four of them.
Wow, that's really
But
dope.
2 fluently, but other 2 is like when they speak I can understand, but it's hard for me to have a conversation like this.
Right.
Yeah.
So with your show, right, and the power of television, the power of the internet, and people consuming content, have you ever had any experiences where maybe someone has seen your show and you meet them on the street? Like, what was that like?
I would say a lot, because first of all, those who are giving me feedback were people from my country, because when they do one day, like they have a salon, it's right here, it's a couple of blocks from here. Yeah, we have a Togolese lady who has a hair salon, and then she met my roommate, and then she was telling my roommate to thank me because she saw my content on BronxNet.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow. And what a small world that she's like right around the corner.
Yes, and there's
Wow.
just like a couple of people here. So that's first thing, this the first lady who talk a little bit about my show. But after that, people from those APs who come, access producer who come here from produce their show, like the way I'm doing my show,
Yeah.
they also give me feedback.
Okay.
And then a lot of them are telling me, no, you have a great show. Before they have hard time to understand what I was saying in French.
Right.
But you know, but the content, the image, and actually when I bring this, like the artists who sharing their painting and everything, and then what give me hope to continue producing this show is because of the feedback also I'm getting from my guests. Because
nice.
one of them produced the show here. He was my guest, and then he got some clients through BronxNet TV because he's doing his painting.
That's really nice.
yes.
Well, I mean, so it
because
must
people
feel
are-
good,
yeah, people
right?
People call him because of this.
Because of your show,
Yeah,
because you
of
gave him
the
an opportunity.
Opportunities to showcase what he's doing.
So if you could give one piece of advice to the folks from, well, the Bronx and beyond, right? To anybody who's looking to create content, from your own experience, having come in as an intern, to becoming an employee at BronxNet, to now really supporting, like you say, young leaders who are from Africa, what piece of advice would you give to them?
No, I will tell them that they don't have to be afraid. When I first started, it was like, can I do it? And so I was hesitant.
Yeah.
And my first case, but a lot of people think that, even now, a lot of people think that Africa is a country, but Africa is a continent.
That's right.
With 54 countries, different countries.
Right.
And then in my show, I bring a lot of people from other countries, not only people from my own country.
Right, right.
I bring people from Ivory Coast. I brought 2 guys from Ghana. I brought 1 guy from Burkina Faso. And one lady from Burkina Faso too. And
this is why it's called Awesome Africa, people.
yeah.
Okay,
So
it's a continent,
that's
not a country. All right.
Yes, that's why I give Awesome Africa, not Awesome Togo. So
I love it. I love it. Well, I'm glad that you brought them
So we
into the BronxNet family,
Yes.
right? By speaking language and history and culture that they're familiar with, right? To give yet another representation and respect to all of those individual places. That's dope, bro.
Thank you so much. Yeah,
All right.
thank you for having
We'll be right back.
Hello, my name is Tyrone Lowe. I host a show at BronxNet called The Legends, where I bring real legends, DJs, upcoming artists, actually people from the past that's into entertainment. I want to thank BronxNet. First of all, I want to thank for the 30 years of them actually being active here. It has opened a lot of doors for me to the point where I'm branching off to have my own network. Fulfill your dreams here. That's all I have to say.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for today's show, where we met a couple of certified access producers from right here at BronxNet who go along with a quote that I totally love and live by. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And BronxNet is full of people who care about the community, whether it's someone that works here or our certified access producers who create shows to share their voice with the community. Of all the things that are vying for your focus at any given time, I just want to say thank you so much for your attention. Please stick around and join us for the next show.